Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Elden Ring, where last time we survived a reoccupied Redmane Castle and once again took on a Crucible Knight, this time with some help, as if it wasn't unfair enough already fighting Crucible Knights. We survived the, I guess we'll call it the Trial of the Great Jar, and we once again bid farewell to another one of our friends, because that is the way of Elden Ring. We already have the cleanup crew at the hold that has helped Roger along to wherever. It would be nice if we had, you know, a place where our friends, we could visit them and actually pay our respects, but that's not apparently a thing with fallen FromSoft NPCs. But yeah, we I think are going to turn our attention though to yet another challenge today. After we level up, spend some runes, which we gained quite a bit in our taking on of the Knights of the Great Jar. But we have a beast clergyman that has kind of gone a little crazy on us. And we tried, I wouldn't say we tried to fight this guy before. We really just ran for our lives. That was about the extent of what we did last time against the Beast Clergyman, but I think it's time to actually give a serious effort and see what can be done in taking on and maybe bringing back, restoring to sanity, our crazed clergyman friend. What do we want to invest in is the question, though. What do we want? It would not be the worst idea to start leveling mind again. I could just keep doing what I was thinking of doing, which is just make endurance the same as the rest of these. This is not a decision I need to stress about too much because we have so many larval tiers. So let's just do that. Let's just get endurance on the same level as vigor and faith, and then we will worry about a tougher decision later on. Do I want to respec things though for this Beast Clergyman fight? What do I think is going to be the most likely that we would be able to actually use against him? Probably a lot of Magma Guillotine. As we saw in the fighting the Knights of the Great Jar, or just really, it was more actually about the Crucible Knight. And seeing, it may not be so much that our Magma Sword is that OP, it may be more of an indictment of the particular Ash of War that I tried, the setup that I tried with the Banished Knight's Halberd. We might give that another go with a different Ash of War or maybe a different affinity. But this is our tried and true build that we are, I think, sticking with for now, at least going into this encounter. Now, I did give myself a whole bunch of equip load so that I could put on a bunch of armor. Is that what I want to, is that what I want to continue to do? Maybe we will just go with what we've got and see how the fight goes, because really we kind of need to learn, we need to see if we're even capable of doing this fight. That's really the first thing before we start over optimizing our build. Let's just see how we do against this guy. Is he still, because it felt like when we faced the first time that he killed us, or maybe the only time that he killed us, we were just wholly unequipped. I think he one-shot us. He was doing a lot of damage, but that was quite some time ago. So I don't know if... Hello. We might be a little bit more powered up at this point. We do also have the ability to summon, and I think that is what I'm going to do, at least to start, because the distraction, if nothing else, is going to allow me to start to digest what this guy's moves are. Okay, so we're trying to accomplish two things here. One is learn moves, but also see if we can actually survive and deal reasonable damage against this guy. So that's what we're going to try to do. He throws boulders. Okay. Boulder throw is a thing. Oh my god. We are not doing very much damage to him. But we're doing something. We're not doing nothing. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. It worked. It worked. I think it worked. I think it worked because we now have a talk option. Lutel. Lutel. Chill. Can I bet? Can I? Okay, fortunately, Lutel is whiffing. But Lutel is kind of stuck in a bit of a loop here, you might say. How do we, is there really, I feel a little bit uncomfortable here with Lutel doing what she's doing, even though she's not hitting him. That could change. So I'm wondering, do we have the ability to dismiss our sends another or oneself home? Does this doesn't work against, this is not something you can do with summons. So I mean, I could just rest. All right, I don't want to miss any dialogue by resting or resetting the game. So we're going to try to focus on whatever the Beast Clergyman has to say while Lutel does this nonsense in the background. Lutel, goddammit. Why did I, could I like, I'll give you a trickle heal. How about that? I'll give you a trickle heal. And I guess I'll be giving the Beast Clergyman the trickle heal as well, maybe, now that he's friendly once again. I'm so glad, though, that this worked. We did knock him out of his haze. Even if we still have, like, this ongoing combat music and Lutel trying to do whatever the hell she's doing. Okay, let's focus in here as best we can on the Beast Clergyman. My dude, you ate a little too much death. It's not a good idea. Okay. It is almost impossible for me to actually fully concentrate on what is going on here. This is too funny. But yes, our friend is realizing the error of his ways, I think. He said, put it away, and I couldn't help but laugh. Like, I tried. I can't put the summon away. At least not with my, the item in my inventory that's supposed to do that for people that you co-op with. Okay. Okay, we've already got repeating dialogue, so let's put it away, shall we? Let's... Lutel can finally chill, because she was getting a workout, that's for sure. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, can we still bring him death, I wonder? I admittedly, I feel like we have had, since we made him hostile to us, we have had a few different catacombs that we've done, right? We've at least done one. I'm not sure how many we've done. He has like a red jewel or something there on his left hand. I hadn't noticed that before. Interesting. Dude needs a serious pedicure, though. What I was thinking is that we still have this beast eye, don't we? Do we not still have the beast eye? Yeah, we've got the beast eye over here. So I don't remember it quivering recently. So I think what we might do, since he doesn't seem to have... I'm glad that we've at least progressed him regressed him, I guess you might say. Now, the ability to summon the monument icon is still there. Oh boy. So this, I don't think, is over. I don't think we are complete yet with whatever is going to happen with the Beast Clergyman, especially if we are going to be feeding him more death. The question is, are we able to get more death? Why don't we quickly go to the War Dead Catacombs and see if the Beast Eye quivers. I just want to see if we get this thing that we've gotten before, which is the Beast Eye quivering, but it appears not to be the case. So, I don't know. I do not know. Okay, well, the Beast Clergyman has been brought back to some semblance of sanity. I wouldn't say that he is completely okay, given his just natural state, or at least his current, the state that we found him in, he seems to have returned to at the very least. I guess we're back to status quo, is what we can say. So now, where do we turn our attention? We could actually knock out the catacombs here, or we could continue with our adventure in Nokron. And I think that's kind of where I am leaning. We took out the Regal Ancestor Spirit a couple episodes ago, which I did not notice that the name was different. And it said we got Legend Felled as the as it ended up being very much a similar challenge, quote unquote, as the first Regal Spirit, or sorry, the first Ancestor Spirit that we faced. Whatever the case may be, we are moose killers, moose ancestor hunters, and a hunter must hunt. So I think we're gonna head back there. The one question is, what are we going to do for our setup? And I think I do want to continue to explore and experiment with the Ashes of War system. So we kind of did that a bit last time with our disc golf setup on the Banished Knight Halberd. And I think I want to take a little bit of time and look into that here as we are serenaded by the lovely ancestral follower shaman. Let's take a look at that and see. Now, one thing I should do first, I had thought about this off camera, the fact that, is the halberd a spear? I think it's a polearm, right? Or I guess technically a halberd. These are all thought of as halberds. Does that mean that you can, when you're guarding with a shield? No, you don't get to do the thing you do with a spear where you're holding the shield up. So that's really not something that you would be, like, there was part of me that was thinking about returning to a bit of a shield-based play style. If that was going to, if the halberd was going to be something that we could use with the shield guarding, but I've kind of been liking the no shield life, if I'm being honest. So why don't we think about what else we could do? We don't have to do this Banished Knight's halberd. We could think about some other weapons. What I wanted to do either way was I wanted to try a fire-based skill. Now that we can do this flame art affinity, which actually does scale with faith, I kind of wanted to do something fire-oriented. So we have two skills that are naturally fire-oriented. What are they? The Flaming Strike. I have to remind myself what exactly this does. Skill that emits flame in a wide frontward arc. Follow up with a strong attack to perform a lunging sweeping strike. This will also coat the armament in fire. Let's just see what that looks like. And we will give it the flame art. This is just I know. How long have you all been waiting for me to be able to do this? Just play around with the dang thing. Just oh man. Just be able to just, hey, this looks fun. Let's try it. Oh, I see. It's almost like a combustion. And then you follow up with a strong attack is what you're doing. And then it's coated. Wow. I mean, let's try it. Let's see how it goes. Why not? That feels like a perfectly fine way to introduce ourselves to the flame art affinity. I like it. And it goes with the rest of our flaming Radon armor as well. I think I will readjust, though. If we're using the halberd, we're obviously using a much lighter weapon. So we can, we want to have a torch at the ready. I think I am going to go back to the normal torch. I kind of like its lighting. The Ghost Flame was fun and all, but it doesn't actually seem as bright. It's just a regular old torch. So we'll put the torch there. And then I don't think I want to use the Arsenal Charm. What I would like to do is just have... What do we want to have? I kind of do want to test out this Faithful's Canvas Talisman at some point. So many things to play around with. The default setup is what? Like, what is our default setup? This? But being able to cast quickly, there are times where I like having the quick cast. So I think I do keep Radagons there just for those instances where I want to get off a quick Flame of Frenzy or what have you. Sometimes those... Like, do we have anything in particular that... I mean, we could just put jump attacks on there, right? I have been using jump attacks a lot more when it comes to just weapons in general. I don't know. I'm probably... Oh, wait a second. We have this. I was wondering if we had something that applied to weapon skills. I thought we... I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was something like the Scarab's hat. And I was like, we don't have one of those. That's a talisman. We do. Okay, that's why I was looking through here. This is what I want, because we're playing around with a new skill on our weapon. This is the one. Okay, we found it. We found our build. Now, we're heavy load because we took off the Arsenal Charm, so now we adjust everything else. We go back to the twin set, and that's all we need. There we go. Medium load. Boom. Good to go. Cool. Onward we go. I think the first place we start here in Nokron. I think I called it Nokron City last time. It is Nokron Eternal City. What we're going to do is we're going to make our way down in this direction and explore this side first. I am seeing something. Let me first of all turn my lantern on. Hold on. And then take a look down here. There's a little bit of a potential spoiler here in the way that textures are illuminated. We obviously see the silver tears down here, but we also see this set of what looks like tree branches, tree leaves that are also kind of textured similarly to the silver tears. Totally not sus at all. Do I want to readjust my flasks? Is 8.3 a good setup? Maybe 8.3 is our default that we walk around with. It's fine, right? It's fine. Everything is fine. Do I want to... Hold on. I think a lot about what I want to have on my bar. Oh, that's right. We had fire pots that we were experimenting with before. I guess I'll put that on there, and then we will go. We are finally ready to jump into things here. Let's just jump right into it. Okay. Oh, ghost flames are lighting up. And we're also getting a shift in the music, I think. Okay, so those torches down there were lighting up. I don't know if that's because if they are actually lighting up because we are getting in the vicinity, or if it's a draw distance thing. I feel like it's a draw distance thing, probably. This really does feel like the textures make this feel like it's a corpse. A giant person that just fell asleep on a giant throne and never woke up. Okay, we jumped down here, but now what? Now where are we going? Oh boy. Oh boy. This is why I am not activating a rune arc just at the very start here because we've got to complete the parkour section of the program first. So once silly science deaths are no longer an imminent possibility, then we'll perhaps consider bringing a Gurranq back into active status. Knight's Sacred Ground? Is that what that said? Knight's Sacred Ground. As in the Knight of the Black Knives? Rejuvenating boluses. Alleviates death blight buildup. Are we finally going to be exposed to death as a status ailment? I feel like maybe we have seen it at some point. I don't know for sure, but I feel like this is one of the status ailments that has not happened to us yet. Blight accumulates slowly, causing instant death once the threshold is reached. Take one of these in timely fashion to avoid such an event. I think I had figured that out by this point, that it is basically curse. It is the equivalent of curse from Dark Souls. So, are we gonna have any? Are there basilisks in Elden Ring, guys? Are there? Don't tell me, of course. But basilisks in Elden Ring, a possibility that I just now considered. We're putting that on the bar because the game seems to say, hey, be ready for death. We've already, we had to bid farewell to our friend Roger last time. We had to snap out the beast clergyman from starting to succumb to death. Death is around the corner, it seems, at every instant. Oh boy. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're seeing these folks up close. Now, are these... I did... Oh, wait a second. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Okay, the silver tier just turned into... that silver tier just turned into... What was her name? What was her name? The man-eater. The man-eater in... Did I just get her to fall off? Holy shit, I think she just fell off. Did I miss anything up there? I think I might have missed something. Well, we're going forward. Oh, I almost succumbed to the same fate as our silver-tiered... Was it Mildred the man-eater? Now, this person had a crossbow as opposed to a giant butcher knife or whatever. So not quite the same thing. I thought at first that this... I thought at first that the silver tiers were actually acting like basilisks. And that the fog that they were emitting was going to be the death fog that we're gonna have to avoid. Okay, so interestingly, similar to the fight that we had, the Mimic tier boss fight, Golden Rune 7, the Mimic tier boss fight where we had to fight a mirror version of ourselves. And I was, at the time, trying to remember, when did this happen before? I finally remembered. I finally remembered that it did happen. At least it happened to me in the Dark Souls 3 playthrough. When we were in... Oh god, what was the castle called? Oh man, I have more DS3 knowledge that I'm going to have forgotten. I don't even necessarily remember the name of the bridge, but there was a bridge. There was a bridge with a couple dragons. And that bridge... At one point, I was invaded by a mirror version of myself. A mirror version of myself. A mirror version of me, yeah. Nascent butterflies? So that has happened before. We have the gimmick of fighting a mirror you, a dark you. whatever the case may be. It has happened before. And I wasn't just getting it mixed up with Legend of Zelda or something. Just trying to figure out if there's more than one path of progression here. I think there's just the one way forward. But interestingly, some of these silver tears, the ones that we first encountered when we came into the Eternal City, they really couldn't do very much. They didn't have the training, I guess, that these silver tears have. Now at least they are able to turn into half-naked people with crossbows. So I guess that's, you know, moving up the ladder of mimic tier, silver tier progression. What do we have here? Oh, there is a platform to drop in. Oh boy. I see a... These torches also kind of... There was a draw distance thing. They all of a sudden phased into existence. I hear a scarab as well. Somewhere there is a scarab. There's a piece of epic loot. Oh, this statue here, interestingly. Not sure if it's important, but I think this statue we also have seen in the Church of Vows. I think? Question mark? Do I want to drop in here? There may be... the only other way to go may be to, like, drop down here into the middle of a whole bunch of silver tears, if I can make that fall, which maybe I can. But I think it makes sense for us to go in here. Let's follow the course of things. The natural flow, I think, takes us in this direction. That scarab maybe is behind the altar. Okay. It's just a... Do I need... I'm full on flask right now, so I don't need this. I don't know why exactly I am creeping around. Black wet blade. Not a sacred wet blade. But we kind of got a faith-based wet blade, didn't we? With the fire wet blade. Or flame wet blade, whatever it was called. So I kind of already got my wish that I was looking forward to. Being able to play around with a faith-based affinity with all these Ashes of War. What does this do? Black wet blade with the cipher engraved. When applying an affinity using physical or occult type Ashes of War, an additional affinity of poison, blood, or occult can be chosen. So this opens up more of the arcane-based affinities. I think those scale with arcane, but I'm not sure. We'll have to think about that, or experiment a little bit with that maybe. When we get back to a site of grace. So that's cool. We are expanding. Just perfect timing now that we have finally had the realization when it comes to fully utilizing Ashes of War. This is going to be so much fun. And we have another one to throw into the mix, even if we are not an arcane build. Okay, there is an opening here. An opening. There's a fog gate that is blocked, or it's a stone sword key fog gate. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we have what is going on out here? That is probably an enemy. We can target them. So yeah, probably an enemy. In the middle of praying at the moment. Oh, and there's like a big, like, Sen's Fortress boulder. Question mark? Is this a... That ladder is already kicked down. I thought for a second we needed to kick it down, but it already extends to the bottom. Okay, why don't we see what is behind the stone sword key door? Why don't we do that first? Oh, there's also more out here. Okay. there is more that we can jump out to the side and check out this part of the overall structure. This one takes 1 stone sword key. More than happy. I think we have a big time surplus of stone sword keys. Now, is this going to be... I think this is another one of those enemies. Don't know if we need to be too concerned about how strong... The only thing I'm concerned about when I'm entering a room like this is where's the ambush coming from? Because I would be... It's like your back is turned. You are really just opening yourself wide to a backstab. So I guess we take it. And I think, yeah, this is actually the same enemy that we ran into before the Mimic tier fight. So this is the... I really should have maybe... Oh, that is a chest that I can open. A new type of chest. Amazing. And all of these folks. It really kind of has this place just there's Bloodborne tie-ins maybe combined with Anne Orlando. Is kind of what I'm feeling here. Okay, let's open this. This is a legendary item. Oh, okay. Okay. Search treasure chest. Let's do it. Mimic tier ashes? We have a... Oh, I mean, we have picked up legendary ashes before, haven't we? Stuff like Lutel. Has that stuff not been the quote-unquote legendary, like the orange gradient to the side? Mimic tier ashes. Summons Mimic tier spirit. Summoning consumes HP rather than FP. This spirit takes the form of the summoner to fight alongside them. But its mimicry does not extend to imitating the summoner's will. What does that mean? Is that supposed to say, like, I can't control it like I can control my own character? But we get to summon... We get to summon Mirror Link. Mirror Akinar. Mimic tiers are the result of an attempt by the Eternal City to forge a lord. We did, I think, get that blurb here on the Silver Tier Husk, right? Perhaps one day it will be reborn a lord. Super interesting idea that this was their attempt. It wasn't that they were in the business of trying to do the Albanorics, which is what I had initially thought. I hadn't made the connection the first time I came into the Eternal City. It's a pretty obvious connection now in retrospect. The Silver Tier Husks, they are related to the Silver Tiers, the enemy that we fight as immediately upon entering Nokron. That's the tie-in. I mean, I want to try this, especially now that we get to... we're going to go ahead and switch that out right now. But we will be upgrading it later because we have unlimited Ghost Gloveworts. And we also get a Smithing Stone 3. That feels very random. Okay, am I going out here? Am I going out here? Or am I going down into the middle? I think I'm actually going to take the side path. There's that item over there. Ah, I think I get that item by going out and coming back in through the window. That's what it looks like. So that feels like what we do first. And then we can drop down into the middle of this room. Now, there was a Mimic tier out here that I have to worry about. So let's get our ranged options. I do not have my sniper spell. That is the one, perhaps, mistake that I've done here. Although, I think we already determined that these guys are weaker to lightning. Except the range on Lightning Sphere is a lot less than I would like it to be. It's not We're so used to the range of... the range of the Frenzied Burst, which is OP as hell. We're doing a running jump here, I guess? There's no other way to go. It just, that ramp, this ramp here, just looked a little sus. Like, that's a very steep angle, but if I can't walk on it, where else am I gonna walk? This part here is what really, really makes me think of Anne Orlando. These slanted, like, this is Anne Orlando Archer's PTSD. 100%. I do recognize this bridge up here, though. I believe this is where we... I think this is where we fought the Mimic Tier. Pretty sure. We have yet to explore the lower section of this bridge. But we can go in this window. I'm just thinking, does it behoove us to try to go down? I don't think there's anywhere to go at the end of these ramps. So I think we're going in the window. So I mean, there's... aha! There's a nascent butterfly over here. What is it that we can craft again with nascent butterflies? I don't remember. I don't remember. A Nox flowing hammer. Okay, now these weapons that we've got, these weapons that we've been picking up that kind of do the, I guess, the Quicksilver effect, makes so much sense now with all the silver tiers that we're seeing. I think we might have also picked up this, what was it, the Urumi? Was this supposed to also be, yeah, the Nightfolk Warriors. Is that what these ladies are? They're the all-female crew, the Nightfolk Warriors, perhaps? But this does the same thing that we saw with, was it the Nox Flowing Sword? And now we have this Nox Flowing Hammer. Mace shaped like a suspended metal droplet wielded by monks of the Eternal City. Forged from liquid metal, from a silver tier, it is thoroughly tempered until hardened. I might need to go back and look at my footage when we fought the Nox duo, because maybe they just look exactly like these folks that we're starting to encounter here. These are the Nox monks, perhaps, or the Nox sorceresses. Unique skill, flowing form, temporarily transforms armament into its liquid form. Swing the armament like a whip to strike surroundings before slamming its teardrop-shaped head down. I kind of want to see what that looks like. Kind of cool. All right, all right. Not bad. We have attracted the attention of a friend. Just playing around, don't mind me. It's not like I'm going to come murder you with fire in just a moment. Oh, there's two of you. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let's do a little bit of cleanup before we do things here. What is wrong with your pathing? Your pathing is not set up to account for me being up here, is it? What the hell just happened? Oh my god, that thing started rolling. Okay. Is it trying to roll toward me? Does this thing have intelligence? What's going on here? I need to drink. Well, I can get one more flaming strike before I have to drink. This is a bit unnerving. This is a part of the... I was not... There goes all your furniture, guys. I wasn't planning on having to avoid... There we go. Okay. I was wondering if this thing is going to cut both ways. Now, it didn't do very much. Oh, wait a second. That might be... Oh, I can target this thing. Oh, shit. I can target this thing. Well, that changes everything. I thought this was just going to be like a static part of the environment or something. Now we've got a whole different ballgame. Somebody is trying to breathe death on me, I think. Okay, I mean, it's this thing is beefy. But we can get some splash damage against the other person here, so I'm okay with this strat. And also, it, you know, is taking a fair bit of damage. Ooh, I almost fell off, but that's okay. That's okay. Plunging attack time. All right. We in it. So, was that also a silver tier? It would make sense. The silver tiers can turn into not just humans, they can turn into any sort of inanimate object. Whatever, whatever your dream may be. And I guess in this case, the silver tier's dream was to be a roly-poly. I am not going to judge. Oh, that's right. The ladder that leads back up there. That's what I saw. I forgot about the ladder. Okay, so the Nox Nightfolk, is that what we're going to call them? And another... Okay, well, the larval tiers, they are clearly making a connection. Oh yeah, I had forgotten this part, of course. The core of a creature of mimicry known as a silver tier. Duh, of course that's why there's so many larval tiers around. As much a substance as it is a living organism. This is quite literally at the heart of what's going on in the Eternal City. So many respec options, so many Ashes of War options. You really do have option overload in Elden Ring, but I am okay with option overload when it doesn't come with what feels like the burden of permanent decisions. That's really the only thing that has been holding me back. I see a site of grace. We do want to get to the site of grace there after we pick up our silver tier husk. I am totally wary of these plants, though. I can't target these plants, but man, the sheen of the lighting and how it's reflecting off of them really, really makes me feel like these are going to be enemies. But apparently not. Okay, so at least that is one less thing to worry about. Let's get the site of grace. And then that is a great site of grace pickup because it means we get to go back and upgrade our new Mimic tier ashes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and rest. I don't think there's anything else that I want to do on that. I feel good about the initial bit of exploration there, and let's go ahead and rest. And we are on Night's Sacred Ground. There you go. Back to the hold, and let's level up. Level up our ashes, that is. And we will sell runes as required if we need any. Additional Ghost Glove Ward or anything like that.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Oh, I've got a spirit tuning that I think you'll be interested in. This is an interesting one. It's an expensive one, but I am definitely interested to see. We need 4,400, so we need another 3,500.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your own.
I want to see what bringing in a second me is going to be like. I mean, it's just going to be awesome sauce. That's what it's going to be. No question about it. What did I say? 3,500. There we go. Boom.
Greetings. Are you here for...
And Mimic tier level 3. Perhaps, we'll see how it goes. We might be back for more. All right, back to the Eternal City, back to Night's Sacred Ground, and it's time to check out Mimic Tear Ashes. Oh boy. There is, we got a clone. We got a clone. There's just, oh, that's right. I forgot that it uses HP instead of FP. That's a different, something we're gonna have to get used to. Okay, that's fine though. It's only half our HP. We get that back in no time. So who will be more proficient here at handling silver tears? The real Akinar or the clone? Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Damn it, they're transforming. So you want to get them before they transform. Get them before they transform and can actually kick your ass. I like that the our silver tier is really putting to use the this damn it. You gotta be really quick. And this might be a good idea, good reason for us to use like lightning spear or something to actually get to these guys before they are was that guy wielding a Zweihander? I do love how clothes are optional for the silver tier mimics. That's a nice one. Celestial 2. Okay. I don't know why I said it like that, like as though it's like some exciting. It's not really something that we are super in need of. I don't know that we will ever have the chance. Oh, he's out. That was it. We're done. Okay. I don't know that we're ever going to have the opportunity or the need to use a Celestial Dew. If things go well, if all goes according to plan, we will not need that. Ever. So, so let's hope that's the case. Is there a path over here? I think there's a path over here. And if there isn't, then we're taking a silly science death. Let's get our lantern. Yeah, there's a path. There's something over here. Potentially. Or it's a debate into a dead end. Which actually it might be. Holy shit. Did they actually? Well, no, it's still going. Whoa. It was so dark. I did not expect it to keep going. It is, however, debating us into a dead end. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. We can see down to the entrance of Siofra River. I recognize that area down there with all the wow. So now thinking back to the enemies that are down there, they are, well, they kind of reminded me of Clayface sort of enemies. Now, oh, wait a second, there is something. Oh no, what? I thought, oh, they did hide a secret sus little path here. Never mind. Fatty ahead, what the hell? Okay, yeah, I can only imagine what the online messages would say out here on this little ledge. Okay, but yeah, the Clayface enemies, we probably have some lore if I go back. Oh, they have a harpoon, don't they? I remember they had a harpoon. What was the lore on that enemy? Can I find their harpoon? How? Good luck. Good luck finding something that you're looking for in while the recording is rolling. Because the Let's Player brain just doesn't quite... Wait a second, I found it! We have 3 of them. Clayman's harpoon. They were actually called Claymen. But what I wanted to see is, are they actually related? They infest dynastic remains. Are they actually related to the silver tears? Are they like, you know, all the failed residue of the silver tears that was discarded and made its way down to the lower parts of oh, am I gonna be able to make this? Made its way down to the lower parts of the Eternal City. I don't know. Okay, all right. Well, wait. Round 1 of summoning Mirror Akinar. Mirror Akinar was definitely doing a much better job at taking on the Silver Tears. We had too many Silver Tears that turned into half-naked folks. We need to up our percentages there of taking you all out beforehand, which means I'm gonna need some lightning spears. Okay, now the only potential thing to be worried about here is this thing gonna come to life? That's really my main concern at the moment. Is this thing at all just ready to pounce? Maybe not. Maybe I've just worked up too many irrational fears in my mind of things like this happening in a Dark Souls game. The presence of silver tear husks on the ground maybe is a clue that you don't have to worry about something like that. How often do they put crafting materials in places where you have to fight a boss? Still sus. Still don't trust. What's the story? What's the story with... Was it actually a person? Feels like a corpse. Feels like a giant corpse. What's the story? Need some butterflies. It's quiet, though. Too quiet. Something's got to happen. Did I hear a scarab? Is that the... Maybe I didn't hear a scarab. Ooh, what is that? There is a sending gate. Aha! Okay. I had a suspicion that there might be a sending gate because we know that there is another section to explore in the Eternal City that we have seen. A section with a patrolling Crucible Knight. We love our Crucible Knights, don't we? And it wasn't immediately obvious how we were going to get to that section. At least based on what I saw when we were here before, and when I went back to edit that footage, I was kind of thinking to myself, how do we get there unless there's a sending gate down somewhere in this area? And sure enough, that is the case. That was an idea that I had, and it looks like it's panned out. I do hear a scarab, but I think it's just the Crimson Scarab that was up in the cathedral area. All right. So this is supposed to be a chair crypt, right? That's the oh, we're getting a little upskirt here. Excuse me. Don't mean to. Was not intending to invade your privacy at all. But a chair crypt is what this is supposed to be, I think, based on what we know from the Site of Grace, the naming convention for the Site of Grace back in Celia. I do like these new treasure chests. These really, really fancy treasure chests. And are we getting another legendary item? Whoa, there's too many legendary items for one episode of Elden Ring. Come on now, this is just a little too much. Whoa, we got not one, but two legendary items. We got a Finger Slayer Blade, which is a key item, and a Great Ghost Glovewort, which is a bolstering material. This is exciting. Great Ghost Glovewort. Strengthen Renowned Ashes to +10. Holy shit. White flower that blooms in catacombs. A spirit nestles close to this grand specimen. Strengthens Renowned Ashes to +10. Just straight to +10? Or do you have to get it to a +9 first? My initial thought was it just takes it from 0 to 10. Maybe not. Maybe you got to do all the other hard work beforehand, but this is the ultimate. This is like the Titanite slab of spirit ashes, perhaps. Since times of old, large gloveworts were used to comfort heroic spirits, given in tribute to those who died the most glorious of deaths, in the hope their stories would become legend. That's awesome. What is this, though? Finger Slayer Blade. I love that artwork. So gnarly. Oh my god, this is the hidden treasure of the Eternal City of Nokron. This is what Ronnie was looking for. Should we be giving this to Ronnie? If everything is true about Ronnie orchestrating the Night of the Black Knives and killing Godwyn, turning him into the Prince of Death, is she really to be trusted? She wants this, and Blythe is on her side. Blythe vouches for Ronnie, I guess. Is that enough for us to say, hey, if Blythe trusts her, Eegee's working with her, but also Seluvis is working with her. So, And who knows, maybe, like, is there a chance that Blythe and Eegee are, like, being mind-controlled or some shit? A blade said to have been born of a corpse. Born of a corpse. This blood-drenched fetish is proof of the high treason committed by the Eternal City and symbolizes its downfall. Cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but is said to be able to harm the greater will and its vassals. Okay, holy shit. Is this actually the blade that was used to kill Godwyn? That was the idea, that just when I read the line about a blade said to have been born of a corpse. I really think it might be time. I don't know if we're going to do it this episode, but I've been talking about it, going back and reviewing the story trailer again. If nothing else, I would love to see, does the blade from either the story trailer or the opening cinematic, does it look like this? This blood-drenched fetish, proof of the high treason committed by the Eternal City. This whole bit about cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but is said to be able to harm the greater will and its vassals. The greater will, supposedly the Two Fingers is doing the bidding of the greater will, right? Or is the finger reader reciting the words of the Two Fingers? And then I remember the Two Fingers saying something about the greater will has turned its back on the demigods and it's up to the tarnished to become Elden Lord. This really does feel, this is the duality that they love to do in a FromSoft game, where you've got the Age of Fire versus the Age of Dark. That really feels like what we're doing here. We've got the greater will, the grace-given Lord, or those guided by grace, and then you've got death. Wow. Very cool. Awesome. Okay, so no boss fight with... Very interested to know if this is going to be a named character. Or are you just here for the scenery? One way or the other, we are going to get just a... we have to take just 1 second here and potentially, you know... We're a little too close. I gotta back off. You always gotta be on the lookout for potential thumbnails, you know? You never know when you might need one. The only problem is the lighting here is kind of terrible. It's not a very clear shot. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'll figure that all out at some point. What we need to do, though, is we need to proceed through a sending gate. We're going to do one more little run around this building, but I think I did already see all there was to see. But Just want to take one more look, make sure there wasn't an item on this higher level that I missed, and I think that is the case. So let's jump through the sending gate. Surely it's just like in the Siofra River well, right? Taking us to the other side of the Eternal City. That would be on theme. That's my guess. We didn't even have to load. We did not even have to get a loading screen. Oh, it took us up here. Oh, well, that is a slight disappointment. A very slight disappointment because, yeah, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. Interesting. Well, okay. That's fine. What we will do then, I do want to try to figure out how to get to the rest of the Eternal City here. That is the next course of business in terms of exploration. But we've just picked up a pretty important key item. And it feels like we should at least, we're not going to necessarily do a full NPC sweep, but I kind of want to head back to Ronnie's Rise at the very least. I'm guessing Ronnie is still going to be sleeping. We should check though. But first, we'll go to the round table hold. Is there anybody even here that would be interested in this item now? That's the... As I realized, there's hardly anybody left here. And Gideon, I don't think is going to be interested in this. Oh, he is, however, interested in Soluvis's potion. Hadn't considered that as a possibility. Nephili does not react to the potion, but Gideon does. Okay, we'll hold that thought. Hold that thought. Why would Dung Eater react to this? I don't know why Dung Eater would react to this. He's sort of living in death. So an item related to death might spark his interest. The Finger Reader. Would the Finger Reader have anything to say about this? Maybe the Finger Reader. Maybe. Probably not. Okay, does not look like it. Okay, the two fingers definitely just sitting there being the two fingers. And of course, Fia and Roger and D are all gone. That was really the heart of... the core of the Eternal City oriented characters. So yeah, I guess we really have nobody else here to talk to besides Gideon, at least for updated.
It reminds me.
At least for updated dialogue. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what he has to say about the potion. Is he going to try to? Is he going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, give me the potion. I'll convince Nephili to take it. Because if that's the case, I don't think I want to give it to him. Let's find out, though.
Journey to the capital. The two fingers will... You may be out.
Show him the potion.
Is that potion what I think it is? Bloody Soluvis. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. You go ahead and do what you must. The Round Table has no code to speak of. But I ask you this. Are you really going to do the bidding of that twisted dolly botherer? Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard?
Ah, okay. Now that I am much more interested in. I don't know how much I trust. I don't know how much I really trust Gideon when it comes to Nephili. Because he is kind of an asshole. But I really don't trust Soluvis. So if he's proposing us getting one over on him, then yeah, I'd much be much more interested in that. I think we're going to hand over the potion. I hope that this doesn't end up with, it might still end up with Nephili being harmed some way, but let's take Gideon at his word for now.
Good. I'll dispose of the potion myself. You go and see Celivis, but don't give anything away. Just tell him that you tricked your mark into drinking the potion, as planned. Despite knowing next to bloody nothing, he's so far up his own arse he won't suspect a thing. His inevitable display of arrogance will certainly be a sight to behold.
I kind of love that. The line, Gideon's line of him being the bloody dolly botherer. That's totally an insult that I'm gonna use against the next person that I. You bloody dolly botherer. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, we found a commonality with Gideon when it comes to disliking Celivis. I mean, Celivis, he kind of just, I have a feeling that like that is the normal effect that he just has on everybody. It's just what like he really needs to rethink his approach if he really wants to convince people to do his bidding. You can't just insult the hell out of them, you know?
Journey to the cap of the two things. You may be our bet.
Just seeing if there's anything additional from Gideon. We will also check with Nephili. I'm pretty sure that she's just going to have the same dialogue. But then we will head to Ronnie's Rise. This is
In
fun.
this ash, it reminds me.
Doing the NPC sweep stuff. Especially when there are fairly major characters involved. Ronnie's probably still going to be asleep, but we will quickly check. And hopefully I don't run into... Yep. We'll try to keep remembering that the elevator, to send it down. I'm excited that the other thing that's really exciting, I need to keep my expectations in check, but the potential here, whenever we're doing anything that progresses... Oh!
It was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
I was kind of sure that she was going to still be asleep. But we did pick up a pretty big item. And she sensed it. Okay. Huh. I'm just thinking a little bit about what order to do things in here. Is it really important to do whatever we're doing with Celivis first? I guess since we're here, let's exhaust the dialogue with Ronnie. Let's also make sure everything is well lit when we do so. gotta get our lighting correct, and of course our dramatic camera angle. Oh, actually, oh, I forgot if I jump. I was gonna say standing on that little globe is actually a little bit more of a dramatic angle, but it's fine. It's fine.
But before I leave, I must entrust thee with this. Take it.
A Carian inverted statue. I know what this does. I'm pretty sure I know what this does. Holy crap. Oh, I had almost totally forgotten. The whole reason that we were trying to get things going with you in the first place. I just almost forgotten about it at this point. This has got to be what we put in the pedestal in the Carian study hall. It has to be, of course, doesn't it?
My discarded flesh lieth beyond the seal unlocked by it,
Oh, shit.
upon which is carved the curse mark of thy desire.
Whoa.
I can fathom what thy purpose might be. Neither of us is welcomed by the brighter path, I see. You may leave now. It was but brief, but thou gavest me fine service.
None of us is welcomed by the brighter path. I don't know if we're doing anything here that is, I mean, for all I know, we are really impacting what ending we're going to get. If we are headed to some ultimate choice that we often see in terms of choosing whether to keep the Age of Fire going or to initiate the Age of Dark. If we're headed along some line of choosing between like the Golden Order versus the I don't know, Unending Night of Death or something like that. I don't know if we are committing ourselves to that, but when she utters that kind of a line, neither one of us is drawn to the brighter path. Something along those lines. It makes me wonder, like, what sort of choice are we making here? What are we committing ourselves to?
What is it? Thy purpose in approaching me was to obtain the curse mark, was it not? You may leave now. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
Super fascinating. So, I'm also wondering, what did she mean about the line regarding it was you, not Blythe? What did that mean? I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit more.
What is it? Thy purpose you may leave. I too am to...
The dark path only I may tread. Wow, holy crap, dude. All right, I am happy. I am happy that it looks like we might finally... Wow, okay, let's check the item that we got, because I mean, it has to be what goes in the Carian study hall, right? Key revealing the hidden form. Oh, the hidden form of Carian study hall. That's how it's going to work, huh? This whole thing is an illusion? Statuette of a scholar. We've seen this scholar before, I think, in Raya Lucaria. I remember, actually, this asset was seen in a couple different places, but right side up. We saw it at the beginning in the Church of the Cuckoo and in a couple other places. Statuette of a scholar with ground and sky inverted. Reveals the hidden form of the Carian study hall, which connects to the Divine Tower. To unveil the secret, affix it to the pedestal of the celestial globe. Yes. Yes. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Things are happening. Okay. We are going to rest at the site of grace, and we are going to confirm that Ronnie is on her way to who knows where. We still have not, we never did find Blythe in the Eternal City. Maybe he is still somewhere to be found there, because I am not convinced that we're done. I'm pretty sure we're not done with the Eternal City. There's more to get to. It's just a question or a matter of how we get there. But now we have the Carian study hall as well. Oh my God. Really fascinating, because it feels like in order to get this, what am I thinking here? I'm thinking back once again, as I do often. I think about, what does the game actually expect in terms of order? There really is no expected order, is there? Like this reading about these zones from left to right, that's not the order that you would, I don't know, you could, maybe there's some world where you do Liurnia and then you do the Altus Plateau. And then you get around to Caelid, maybe. But it feels like if you're going to, doesn't this, what we're doing here, doesn't this confirm that in order to get to the Divine Tower of Liurnia, you have to beat Radon? Do you not? You beat Radon to send the shooting star to open the way to Nokron, which gets you the key item. Which, by the way, did we hand over that key item? We did hand over that key item. We didn't even get the choice, did we? She just took it. Ronnie said, I'm taking that shit. I am not asking. That item is mine. So my only catalog, the only documentation I have of possessing that key item, luckily for us, is here. As I check to make sure I'm actually recording, we have it documented here as part of the playthrough, which is great. And in fact, wow, there's a site of grace here. Unexpected. So they just give us an additional site of grace. Okay. I guess they really want us to be able to come back to Ronnie's chamber directly. Okie dokie. I'm okay with that, I guess. It looks, it actually doesn't look awkward on the map. It's fine. Okay. This is awesome. This is awesome. Can't summon torrent on elevators. Let's check with Celius. Let's try to progress whatever is there with that quest line. I am also very anxious to see at what point we might get access to Rena's Rise. That is the other... We know there's a sending gate in Rena's Rise, which I am hoping will take us to the opposite end of Liurnia and the plateau that we have yet to explore. Will we get access to Rena's Rise and be able to see for ourselves? Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, Gideon beat us to the punch, apparently. What the hell? Guys, slow down. Shit is happening too fast here. I cannot keep up. Now, am I going to lose sleep? Am I going to lose sleep over this dude biting the dust? Not so much. Why does it say examine versus pickup? What does examine give us? Yo, what the fuck? This is a menu? Excuse me? Exchange starlight shards? Hello? Are you telling me that I inadvertently used a precious currency way back when as part of the Godric fight? Because I wanted a little bit of FP? Excuse... Two breaths in. One breath out. Two breaths in. One breath out. Calm down. Calm down. Calm the down. Guys, there's a whole new menu here. Puppets. What in the heck? Finger Maiden Theralina puppet. And a jar weight. No. Jar white puppet. The hell is going on here? Are these like spirit ashes? They have to be spirit ashes, don't they? One of Celius's puppets. This is our Finger Maiden from the Radon fight. Spirit of Finger Maiden Theralina, who never met the tarnished she was meant to guide. Aw, Sag. Uses healing incantations and holy water pots. But she is not a fighter by nature and is ill-suited to battle. A maiden without a tarnished without a maiden, and yet no guide to bring them together. Costs 2 starlight shards. Guys, starlight shards is a currency. important information that, of course, was not divulged to us before this point. Fortunately, we've not been spending them like drunken sailors. Jar White puppet. Spirit of a man. That is a jar that this dude has on his head. Naked man with jar on head. Spirit of a man who wished to become the innards of a living jar. A jar hurling specialist. Oh, they make those. They have specialized training for jar hurling. Grows all manner of pots and jars. The warrior jar once told the nameless man this: "You are not yet ready to join the warriors inside. No, you must apply yourself, better yourself, and one day I will return for you." Oh, there are so many wrong ways that you could spin this description, but we're not going to do that here. That's not what we do at the Akinar Akinar TV Elden Ring playthrough. We keep everything strictly on the straight and narrow. There's a menu here with, I mean, we're probably going to purchase those. But it does make me wonder, what else could we possibly spend Starlight Shards on? Celius's bell bearing and Preceptor's outfit. Preceptor's big hat. Preceptor's long gown. Preceptor's gloves. Preceptor's trousers. Wait, so we get his bell bearing. What? But he still is here as like a vendor. This is so bizarre. Absolutely bizarro world. Trousers of the magic preceptors who serve the Carian royals, black and perfectly discreet. Preceptor's long gown. Gown with the movements of the stars drawn upon it. Yep. The magic preceptors who served the Carian royals. Glintstone sorcerers are the descendants of astrologers, a fact that the Carians remain aware of, even if their fate has been long severed from the stars. The big hat increases mind to the detriment of stamina. Curious how much? How much does it increase the mind to the detriment of stamina? And Preceptor Celius's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. What new items would we gain access to? Okay, well, so interesting. So probably we chose the fork in the road that ends up with a dead Celius, but I suspect that if we had chosen the other fork, where we choose to trust this bloody dolly botherer, if we had chosen to take his side, then I guess he would have become a vendor, and he would have sold some stuff other than just these puppets. Let's get one of the puppets. Finger Maiden Theralina is the one that I'm going to gravitate toward. I mean, we can afford to get the Jar White, but yeah, I mean, who knows if we can spend Starlight Shards on anything else. We're going to momentarily delay that decision. But let's look a little bit more closely at, well, I guess this has the same description as what we just read. And it has to be a Spirit Ashes, does it not? It is, but it's on its own new category. Fascinating to go back to Roderica and see what that looks like in her menu. Wow. Things are happening. Guys, we can get into, or we can now see the correct version, the true version of the Carian Study Hall. That is great. Can we, however, get into Renna's Rise? Has Renna's Rise finally... This is Ronnie's Rise. No, this is Renna's Rise, isn't it? There's no wolves out in front. I think we can finally get into Renna's Rise. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Contain your expectations. For all we know, this sending gate is going to send us directly to the Turtle Pope. And so that's what we're going to expect. Oh, there's a chest here. We're going to expect that this sending gate that is at the top of this Rena's Rise is going to send us to the Turtle Pope, so that when we get there, we say hi to the Turtle Pope. We're not disappointed that we didn't end up somewhere else, and we move on with our lives. Oh shit! Oh shit! Snow Witch's hat, robe, and skirt. Dude, we got... Maybe she actually did take the form of Rena. Maybe she did actually inhabit Rena's body. What does the text say? What is the text? Once worn by the snowy crone, who the young Ronnie encountered deep in the woods. She was a witch and well-versed in cold sorceries. It is said that the doll that houses Ronnie's soul was modeled after her. Okay, so it might not be exactly. It may not be her exactly, and it may not be, well, I mean, this is Rena's Rise. This is Rena's Rise. Doesn't that have to be Rena? That old witch was Ronnie's secret mentor. Dude, this is so cool. We're getting so much super fascinating lore. I love this. Absolutely love this. A witch's pointed hat, frigid and frozen through, of a style associated with practitioners of heretical sorcery, strengthens cold sorcery, once worn by the snowy crone who the young Ronnie encountered deep in the woods, and the rest is the same. Strengthens cold sorceries. We need to do a little bit of Fashion Souls here. Before we jump in the Sending Gate at the top, we need to do just a little bit of Fashion Souls and see what these look like. Let's sort everything by order of acquisition so we can just try on Ronnie's outfit here. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Don't we look sexy as hell? Look at that. Let's get these gloves out of here. We gotta, there we go. The turtle shell really does the outfit justice, doesn't it? Dude, this is such a cool hat. It kind of feels a little, there's a little bit of a mushroom hat feel. I don't know if anybody else, like these textures underneath have a little bit of a fungus slash mushroom feel to them. This is a really, really cool outfit. I never quite gravitate towards the, I don't know, it may be because I haven't often played. It was only really in Dark Souls 2 that we did a full-on sorcerer's build. And in that one, I did end up wearing the witch's outfit, right? I had the backless witch's dress outfit that we embraced for the playthrough. I really do kind of lean into trying to mold my Fashion Souls in a role play that fits with our character's actual build. That is usually my predilection. So I don't feel like our character completely fits this mold here, but the witch's hat is really darn cool. Not gonna lie. Let's try the preceptors. Let's try the dolly botherers. Try on. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Let's see how much does this hat actually. It boosts mind by 3 and it reduces stamina by 13. That's a pretty substantial stamina reduction, because if we get I don't know what the average stamina is that we get per level of endurance. It's between 1 and 2. Sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2. But 3 levels of mind traded for, I think, more than 3 levels of endurance. Now, we aren't losing equip load, so it's not quite the same as losing 3 levels of endurance. So maybe it's an equal trade-off, if you really need that extra mind. The mask is pretty cool, too. Like, it's not really a very pointy hat, is it? It is a big hat. It's not pointy, though. All right. Fashion Souls. Fashion Souls. concluded for the moment. Let's get back to our previous setup. The spell, we got the pointy shoes. Pointy shoes with pointy hat. Could be a thing. Could potentially be a thing. Okay, now... Oh, I had no idea how fun this episode was going to be. I had no freaking clue that we were going to be stepping through this sending gate. But of course, you know, it's no big deal because this sending gate just goes to the Turtle Pope. So let's go and say hi to the Turtle Pope. Turtle Pope is a cool dude. And you got to stop in, and say hi from time to time. Oh my god. Not the Turtle Pope, but also... Holy crap. Ansel River, Maine. Fascinating. Fascinating. Definitely not where I was expecting to go. Huh. Huh. What the actual fuck? Moonlight Butterfly, you look a little different. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This direction looks much prettier than the other direction. Much less scary. I don't even want to think about that other direction. I'm just gonna put that out of my mind. And I'm not even gonna grab that item. I am not even gonna grab that item because we've grabbed a warp point, and that's all that matters. They are not stopping us from warping out. So I think that's what we're doing. Holy crap. Ansel River, Maine. See, Ansel River actually is to the left of Siofra River in the menu system, so you should have done it first. God damn, dude. Okay, this has been a lot of fun. It's also not where we're not going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring, even though I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now. But what I am gonna do is I will take a little bit of a break because I need a moment to kind of think about what I want to do next. I need to think about whether we're gonna... I think we're ultimately going to probably head back to Nokron for a little bit more. But boy, oh boy, do I want to check the Carian study hall as well. We might make that a priority. But let me take a little bit of a break and think it over. Okay, break time is over, and I have sufficiently collected my thoughts after this whirlwind of events that is taking place. And I think the first place we're going to go is back to the round table hold. I remembered that we sort of put some events into motion at Gideon's behest. I didn't quite exactly realize what Gideon had in mind, but I suppose I'm not really opposed to how things turned out, realistically speaking. What do you have? What do you have for us? Nothing. There's no update here regarding Celubus. What? Huh. All right. That's surprising. I'm not going to lie. I must be honest, that is a bit surprising. We will offer a bell bearing. I guess we have two bell bearings. Roger's bell bearing. And there's nothing there. We still have we have D spells that we need to... I mean, we don't need to, but it would be fun to play around with the Order's Blade at some point. Topes as well. We've taken care of his stuff. Patches. Oh, right. This Margot's Shackle. I think I will buy that at some point. Not yet, though. Let's offer Seluvis's Bell Bearing. Seluvis. What exactly... I see. He has some sorceries. We're at a, you know, a bit of a shortage of sorceries. So glad that the game is finally giving us some. It looks like there are some snow sorceries. So let's take a moment and check these out. The Carian Phalanx. I think we've seen quite a few enemies use this one against us. A defensive arch of numerous magic glint blades overhead, which automatically attack nearby foes. Can be cast while in motion. An enhanced version of the glint blade sorcery used by enchanted knights. I feel like this was being used by one of those knights of the Great Jar, wasn't it? Maybe, maybe not. There's a lot of these variations that have the swords that fly at you. The Red Wolf uses a variation, which is maybe this one? I don't know. This one has 3. What is it? Carian Retaliation. Swing your staff to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations using their power to retaliate with glint blades. Okay, this is not the same. I don't know if we've seen this one in action at all. This was the Carian family royals. The Carian royal family's secret. Secret means to prepare against the disloyalty of the Academy. The moon and stars would one day go their separate ways. Interesting. Glintstone Ice Crag. Sorcery said to have been used by the old Snow Witch. The Snow Witch, which now... This has got to be Rena, isn't it? They're being coy about this. They're saying the Snowy Crone, so we shouldn't leap to conclusions. But it sure feels like the Snowy Crone is Rena. The Glintstone serves as a conduit, launching a mass of cold magic. Can be cast repeatedly and while in motion. The Snowy Crone taught the young Ranni to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. Similar sort of text here on this one. This is a cold mist that it releases before the caster. Freezing mist. Makes sense. I'm assuming that would inflict frostbite. I think we have seen some enemies using maybe both of these. But charging enhances the range of the mist. Okay, some interesting options there once again. Sorcerer spilled. Oh boy, Elden Ring. Elden Ring, help out a poor cleric here. When do we get the faith spells? Like our faith, I guess we did get a fair variety of incantations early on. I can't complain a ton, but at the same time, it sure does seem like they are bending over backwards to just shower sorcerers with all the goodies. What we will quickly do is check with Roderica. I want to see if there is a new menu here for the puppet. I guess the puppet counts as a special set of ashes. Okay. It's leveled up with Ghost Glovewort. I mean, we want to try it. It's by the description, much more of a support ash, and it is on its own. It's like it's extra special. So I'm super intrigued to try this out. I think maybe, I mean, we might even, let's hold off on, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We've got unlimited Ghost Glovewort now, right? This is the cool thing about being able to, when you run out of the Ghost Glovewort, you just buy some more. Don't think too hard about it. And I will definitely give Elden Ring credit for that. They've designed their... So far, all of the game systems, I actually, especially now that we know how the Ashes of War system actually works. It's a pretty good game, guys.
Greetings. Are you here?
Satisfying is the word I think that I'm going for. It's very satisfying to interact with each of these game systems so far. We'll hold off on getting the level 3 once we have some runes. Obviously, we've got a whole bunch in the piggy bank. I'm going to continue to be greedy and hold on to those. So will Nephili be
In this ash.
No.
It reminds me of...
Okay, interesting. So maybe that's just, we've maybe brought Seluvis's quest line to its end. Considering that we chose the path that we did, and I think that's the one that it was not much of a decision in my mind. So we've made our choice when it comes to Seluvis, and I think the next place that we want to go is probably to the Carian study hall. I will just quickly think about that. Is there potentially any place that, or person or NPC that we might want to check with before doing that? I think the answer is no. Other than maybe Renala. But I have a pretty good idea that Renala is not going to have anything new to say. We'll check.
Is it thy way?
Because she now is just the rebirth vendor. The rebirth NPC. Maybe she'll have something to say when we finally figure out how to open this dang chest. And maybe we're going to figure out how to open that dang chest by going to the Carian study hall. We're going to at least see what happens when we insert this figurine or statuette. Because I'm not sure that I'm committed for the rest of this episode to exploring whatever the true form of the study hall is. There's a weird thing that's going on with the lighting here. I think is it the hair from Radon that is overflowing a bit on the candle lighting, and shadows are appearing on the globe. Whatever was happening there was a little bit funky. Examine pedestal. There's actually a cutscene. Oh my gosh, my controller is shaking. I'd like that. You can actually remove it. You can actually remove the inverted statue. Okay. So instead of like that, we saw previously the higher levels of the Carian study hall that it looked like we were supposed to bring down to our level. But maybe it was more about turning the entire place on its head that was going to allow us. Oh my goodness, look at this. What in the hell? What? Holy shit. Holy shit. That is incredible. That is so interesting. It does look like we could get over to the hand over here that I see. I don't have my sniper spell. Oh, okay. Well, lightning spear. That's the other advantage of having the frenzied burst is it doesn't unintentionally step you forward against your will. I don't like casting spells that hurl me off ledges. Ah, that's right. These guys, they react very poorly to fire. It has just turned the place on its head. It was not about connecting different. Okay. This is a fun twist. This is a real fun. Oh no! Wait a second. Is that Seluvis? Wait a second. No, it's Preceptor Miriam. They are wearing a Preceptor's outfit. So they have that in common with Celius. The fact that you, are you not going to return fire? I was going to say, you got to return fire on me here, don't you? Okay, we're not doing this fight right now. We are not engaging in this battle at the moment because I don't know that I want to fully commit to doing the Carian study hall just at this moment. But we see what happens now, and it looks like we're not going up to the parts that we couldn't get to before. We are going down to get to them. This is getting confusing. At the very least, oh god, I'm in combat. Oh shit, oh, I might not be able to leave. I think I'm gonna have to actually, maybe I will have to dispatch with Preceptor Miriam. Maybe you've given me no choice. I think you're too far away now. And you have... shit. Ha 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 ha. What do we do here? What do we do here? What we're going to do is this. What we're going to do is... we're going to... the mall. Let's go to the mall. Actually, it's Carian. Let's go to the hall. I guess we're supposed to go the other way. Oh, did you mean to fall down there? Was that on purpose? Because you've kind of put yourself in a bit of a potentially disadvantageous spot. Never mind. Okay. This, I think we could do this. We could do this much. We don't have to be this fancy. Oh my god, there's friends that are joining the fight here. What I'd like to do is this. I want to do Flame Grant Me Strength. I want to do Flame Grant Me Strength, and then I want to do... No, you're gonna do the thing that they did before where they keep disappearing on us. Oh my god. Mask of Confidence. I have some of that right now. I'm not brimming with confidence, but I have a little bit. I have more than you might expect. Considering we are fighting on razor-thin platforms here. Where's the Preceptor? Where is the Preceptor at? I like that there's a little bit of a residual flame that that burns these guys up. Okay, all right. We have Preceptor. Was it Preceptor Miriam that we fought before? The first time when we were here? Love that fire dot. The fire damage over time component that is ticking away on you guys. Give me my somber smithing stone, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. Now that we are not out of combat, bro. I'm gonna have to do the old reset the game, aren't I? Because I really don't want to commit to the study hall right this second. But you all are being some buttholes here. So quickly going to reset the game. Okay, game has been reset, and now I'm gonna get the hell out of here before the game puts me back into combat with somebody. The Carian study hall. has taken on a whole new dimension, hasn't it? I don't see any reason for us to take this with us. We'll leave the inverted statue, and we'll be returning to the Carian study hall probably next time. But that is an adventure that we're postponing for the moment. But I'm super excited now. Finally, we're gonna have access to this divine tower, and maybe this rune of the unborn, or is it unborn or reborn? One way or another, perhaps we will finally get a bit of a answer, some clarification as to what the deal is with this rune. Like, I don't know whether it's already active. I don't know exactly what it does. Hopefully, maybe if we're lucky, we will get some answers. Let's take a moment though and check out the Mask of Confidence. Mask with the mouth sewn shut with gold thread. Increases arcane. Cool. When there's a Radagon Renala thing here. When Radagon married Renala, he ordered the Carian magic preceptors to don these masks, to make it clear that all of their matters were to be kept strictly private. That is one way. That is one way to try to encourage secrecy. Make everybody wear the scary gimp masks. Fascinating. Mask of Confidence. I get it now. It's not like I'm brimming with confidence. I feel like taking on any challenge. It's like confidence. Do not reveal your secrets. So many things are happening this episode, and it is so much fun. I think what I do want to do with the remainder of our time is return to the Eternal City. If there's nothing else that I am overlooking, man, the progression with Ranni is super interesting to think about. Maybe the most major quest line in the whole game. I don't know. I have a feeling War Counselor Iji. He was not entitled that before, was he? War Counselor Iji. I don't remember him having anything new to say when we did the multiverse stuff on the alternate file.
Oh, there you are. Have you heard? Lady Ranni has departed on her journey along the dark path of the Empyrean, from Renna's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Ranni's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You, and only you, were Lady Ranni's true champion.
He did have something new. Did he say the path of the Empyrean? The path of the Empyrean. The Empyrean Mikola. Empyreans. We need to know more about what Empyrean is all about. Is it it sounds like some sort of it's like another land, you know? Oh, you're from Liurnia? You're a Liurnian. Oh, you're from Imperia? You're an Empyrean. I don't know. But apparently the Angel River well is the path that gets us there? Question mark? Because that's where the Sending Gate went from Renna's Rise. And that's why Renna's Rise is open. Renna's Rise was open to us because that's where Ranni went, according to Iji. So she has gone in that direction. Wow.
Something else for you?
And it's also interesting that he makes such a big deal about you were truly Ranni's champion, as opposed to Blythe. Was she expecting Blythe to be the one to retrieve the blade for her, and we somehow beat him to the punch? I actually do want to go back and see if that message is still there. The message that Blythe left for us at the crater. Is that still there? Where is Blythe? What has happened to him? What is he doing? Let's see what else EG has first, though.
My purpose is nearing its end.
Oh, no.
I've served Lady Rani for as long as I can remember. It has been a long and wondrous journey. Now Lady Rani is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well, unto the very end.
Please don't tell me that you're going the route that everybody else that we know is going. Don't you die on me, EG. Come on, dude. Come on, we need you around. I know I haven't used your blacksmithing services. I'll level something up. Just here. Let's level up something. I don't know. We could do the seal. Okay, I'm not gonna level anything up right now because I don't think that's actually required to keep War Counselor EG from going anywhere. The title change is pretty cool. That they changed him from being the smithing master or whatever he was to War Counselor. War Counselor.
Lady Rani has departed on her journey along the dark path of Empyrean from Rena's Rise, as she calls it.
As she calls it.
Lady Rani is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well unto the very end. Lady Rani along the dark now, Lady. I pray that
the dark path of the Empyrean. The dark path of the Empyrean. It could be that there's only one Empyrean, Mikola. So the dark path is Mikola's. But I have a feeling it's that's not the right interpretation. So much to consider. So much to think about. Oh my goodness. Let's go back to the Mistwood. I want to see if we can find... We're probably not going to find Blythe. But I do want to see if that message is still there. Because that message still kind of confuses me. A traitor taken care of? Was that the wording? The message is still here. Or a message is still here. And it's the same one as before. A traitor taken care of. I can't help but wonder if it is supposed to say there's a traitor to be taken care of. Onwards to Nokron, then go ahead. I'll catch up. Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to Nokron. We're gonna head back here to the Ancestral Woods, and we're gonna try. We're gonna continue to digest all of what has gone on because my goodness, the consequential happenings this episode. What a set of events. The thing that we can check first. We already checked with this spirit, didn't we? This spirit over here. We did this when we first came to Nokron, I feel like. And we got some dialogue that was a little bit unexpected. Yeah, we checked with this guy. Yeah, right, the Lord of Blood. That's another thing that's kind of the Mogwin dynasty. What the heck? So, what I want to do then is I want to think about... We're supposed to just go down to this level, aren't we? Why don't we do this? Why don't we just go down here? Let's just start exploring, because now we have a pretty convenient warp point. Well, we already kind of had a convenient warp point, I guess, after the Mimic tier fight. What I forgot to do is I want to switch this to Theralina. So now we can go with Mimic mode or extra trickle heal mode. I don't actually know if Theralina casts Trickle Heals. But, I mean, why wouldn't she? All the cool kids are using Trickle Heals. Oh, there's an item here. Smithing Stone 5. Thank you very much. It's just another bird flying away. It's not an enemy sneaking up on you to ambush you from behind. It does feel like some of these are walkable areas. That's part of what I'm trying to decide here, is exactly how much of this are we meant to explore, these different, all of these, apparently these different levels. Maybe I'm getting my answer here. Maybe the answer is to go this way. Because what I was suspecting, what I had suspected was that there is an opening. I guess we might as well farm for some four-toed foulfoot while we have the opportunity here. I still have not put my sniper spell back into a memory slot, so we'll fix that problem eventually. Okay, okay. So here, oh my god. Okay, all right. Could have used some soft cotton to brace the fall there, but it's fine. We've got a trickle heal. We're saved. What I had thought was that this was going to just fall down to the isolated merchant. Abandoned merchant. But now I see items in this opening below, so this is a new place, isn't it? Actually, I kind of want to have my torch. It's a little bit dark. I thought I saw an enemy over here for a second, but it was just the light reflecting strangely off of this little plant. I get so on edge sometimes. Elden Ring just has that effect. Can we go down? Can we go straight down to the bottom? Do I need to make some sort of a jump to these pillars? Or am I safe to go falling? Oh, here we go. Got it. Probably could have just fallen to the bottom. Anyways. A clarifying horn charm +1. Cool. Another celestial dew. 2 of those this episode. Quickly checking around for any other items here in the vicinity, but now I think we are back to where we fought the Dragonkin soldier, I think. Except there is more to do up here, I would imagine. Yeah, this is where we fought the soldier. Could we fall down to that area if we wanted to? Maybe. But let's take a moment. Check out. Remind ourselves, first of all, what this celestial dew, what information is on here. A hidden tier found in the Eternal City, also known as a night tier. Okay. The stars of the night sky guided fate once upon a time, and this is a recollection of those times. We also have the clarifying horn charm +1, greatly raises focus. Nice, nice, nice. So now, where do we go? Does this connect us somehow? Somehow connect us to I don't think this is going to connect us to the other part of the city where we saw that Crucible Knight. And that's the mystery that I have at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how we get there. Let's go this way. Can we mount Torrent? We can. We have Horsey friend. Spectral Steed to the rescue. Not used to the the range, the reach of the halberd on horseback. Something new to get used to. There is an item here though. Smithing Stone 5. Gotta love it. Ultimately, the other big mystery of the place is how we get here. That's gotta be the ascending gate, doesn't it? There's a ascending gate somewhere that takes us to that part of the zone. Probably. Maybe. Okay. Might be a spot over there where we can jump over to the other. I don't think so. The first problem is that I don't really see any items or anything that would make me want to go to this section. And also, I don't know if that this is a... We can test, I guess. I don't know if this is walkable... A walkable ledge here? No. No, that doesn't feel like part of the... Like, we can... I guess you can kind of walk on it, but man, is it janky. This is janky as heck. I don't think we're going to be able to jump across this. But also, we only have 3k runes. And we have no rune arc currently active. So should we try? Should we take a silly science death? One silly science death for the road? One silly science death for the road. There we go. They really let us go all the way back down into the Siofra River. So that was cool. I don't think I can be bothered to retrieve those 3,000 ashes. Ashes? 3,000 runes. So, silly science death. That's a pretty minimal costing silly science death, if you ask me. Now, let's take another look here. Let's take another look here at the, I guess, the Hallowhorn grounds. We're gonna aggro a bunch of attention. So, this may not be exactly what I want to be doing. Oh, there was a ghost glove wart there that I didn't pick up. Yeah, I wanted to look over here and see... Like, this is where we can see the Crucible Knight patrolling. But I don't see any... where would we... Oh, maybe where the jellyfish are. I see an item. I see an item where those jellyfish were. Hi, dude. Bye, dude. Okay, let's go around if we can to where the jellyfish section of the woods, which I think was this way. There was at least an item that I missed that I can now see. Now, where exactly was that? Down here. Okay, and it's an epic. A stone sword key. Sweet. Now, is that the end of the road? Maybe not. Maybe not. Here, maybe we go. There is a cave down here that we missed. If the jellyfish aren't going to attack me, I'm just going to let them be. I don't have anything against the jellyfish. Okay, I think we are on the right track here. This is good. And there's a site of grace. Awesome. Perfect. Glad we re-examined. Definitely glad we took another look. Let's go ahead and rest. And what I will do this time is I will give myself back my frenzied burst. This is the aqueduct facing cliffs. There's an aqueduct around here. I guess that makes sense. I don't remember exactly what an aqueduct is defined as, but it has to do with rivers and stuff, right? Something like that. Let's put, we want to put ours. Frenzied burst right there. Flame of frenzy we'll put next to it. We'll give ourselves lightning bolt as well. And we'll do Flame of the Fell God. And we'll leave an empty slot there. And I don't know what we'll put in that slot, but we'll just leave an empty slot. Just because. Okay. So now, are we... Let's not go making any crazy jumps just yet. Let's go around this way first. It's kind of perfect if we have no runes to lose, as well as no rune arc to lose. It's a perfect time to be fighting a Crucible Knight. Isn't it? It's just perfect. Especially if we could get that Crucible Knight. Especially if we could get a backstab on this motherfucker. They are not backstabbable. He's still going wings mode. He still likes to go wings mode. Oh, what is that? What the fuck is that shit? That should be illegal. Excuse me? Excuse... What in the hell is this guy's problem? That really is uncalled for. Oh my god. My stamina back. Drink as well. I rolled. I disagree. I totally forgot to drink my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Hold on. No! You son of a bitch. Okay. I wouldn't have been quick enough to get... I would not have been able to get the gold pickled foul foot even if I had tried in time to actually get bonus runes. But he's only 3k runes. We just get back the 3k runes that we just lost. And we get a Crucible Horn Shield. That dude had some new stinking moves. What do we also get here? Oh, a Missionary's Cookbook 5. That actually, I was asking about having some faith-based stuff. And I think we might have gotten some new faith-based stuff. There are also golden centipedes here. Are we in a church? Why are there golden centipedes here? Just the 2 golden centipedes next to the guy with the Missionary's Cookbook? So somebody Golden Order related came down here and ran into the Crucible Knight. The Crucible Knight said, get your Golden Order bullshit out of here. All right, Crucible Knight. Jesus Christ. How many Crucible Knights are there in Elden Ring? Don't tell me. But we are one by one on a crusade to exterminate every last one of them. We're gonna make it happen, guys. Don't worry. This is a completionist Crucible Knight playthrough. It's the one thing that in the end I might ask for some guidance to say, guys, have we killed every single Crucible Knight? Because if not, tell me where they are. We're hunting them down. Don't tell me. Don't tell me yet. We got a long ways to go before we have to worry about any of that. Yo, we got a Sacred Order pot. This is the Sacred Order pot. As opposed to, well, I mean, the Sacred Order, that's what D was a part of, isn't it? Golden Order Fundamentalists. Is that the same as a Sacred Order? And we also got a Crucible Horn Shield. We actually got his shield. How much does this take to, actually only 26 strength. So with a Rune Arc or Radahn's Star Scourge Talisman, we could wield it as well. 100% physical damage negation. Does weigh quite a bit. Not to be unexpected. It's just a regular skill, Shield Bash. So this is one we could play around with Ashes of War. We haven't done anything with Shield Ashes of War. We haven't done anything with Bow Ashes of War. That's another aspect of this that we get to play around with. Oh, so much fun to be had. Great Shield of red tinged gold carried by Crucible Knights features a great horn. An ancient holiness dwells within. The Crucible Horn skewers foes when performing shield bashes. We kind of just need to try this, don't we? We need to at least see what this is like. Crucible Shield. Oh, it doesn't do the same motion. That's a little bit, I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed that we don't get to do the same, like, you know, the upward skewering. That's a pretty major oversight, I gotta say. Guys, why are we not, if we get the Crucible Knight's shield, how come we don't get to do the same move? Disappointed. Disappointed. Is this another Crucible Knight, except you have like a staff with like a bajillion horns on it? Ancestors' horns? I need the scarab, actually. Wait a minute. There's supposed to be a scarab. I think there's supposed to be a scarab around one of these, and I think we scared it. We scared off the scarab, and I kind of need a refill on flasks. So, let me quickly reboot the game. I thought for sure there was a Crimson Scarab around here, but maybe I'm wrong. We do get the title card there for the Siofra Aqueduct. So, we are in the Siofra Aqueduct. Officially. We might have gotten that title card already, and I just missed it because I was distracted by a Crucible Knight. Okay, so I actually don't know where that other is at. We see the scarab that's across the way that looks like it is an incantation scarab. We can only hope. I want to get a better look at this person, though. It feels like it's another Crucible Knight. This is gnarly, dude. We have another Crucible Knight to face? Is that really the case here? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's going to be good for us. It really can't be good for us, can it? Oh, we do not. This gotta go a little bit further around here. I mean, it really does look like a Crucible Knight. Fascinating. Either way, there is a lot more to explore in this part of this next part of the underground. There is quite a bit more to this. Why don't we do first things first here? Let's go for, while attempting not to attract the, oh, okay. Hi. I just want to go around here and see if we can get this scarab before we have to deal with another Crucible Knight and their nonsense. Oh, I did not realize we had attracted more attention. Luckily, you don't have much fire damage negation on that shield. I feel like that shield would do better against fire, but apparently not. Look at there's some more golden centipedes on the ground here. It is funny that we can break the stance of scarabs. We can break their stance, but I don't know that there's a riposte to be had. Order healing. It is an incantation. And this one is doing a sideways T-pose, an angled T-pose. That is another golden centipede. And then another vantage point for the former whereabouts of the Dragonkin soldier. Golden Rune 7. We're going to check out that incantation. We're going to check it out. A Golden Rune 13. A lucky number 13. Beautiful. Vivid coloration. 10k runes. There it is. The highest denomination of Golden Rune yet. 10k in the bank. Love it. Order healing. One of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists. Alleviates Death Blight buildup. I see. The Noble Gold Mask. That's right. It's actually... Gold Mask is the person that Corin had said that he was going to meet up with. He's in search of Gold Mask. The Noble Gold Mask lamented what had become of the hunters. The hunters. How easy it is for learning and learnedness to be reduced to the ravings of fanatics. Fanatics. What the hell am I? It's been a long recording session. Ravings of fanatics, all the good and the great wanted, in their foolishness, was an absolute evil to contend with. Does such a notion exist in the fundamentals of the order? Requires 11 intelligence. Again, we could access this with a rune arc, or just leveling intelligence enough. Respecking intelligence, giving ourselves a little bit of a slant toward a, I don't know. I always think of it as when you're splitting your stats between intelligence and faith, that comes off as a dark build, because that's what Dark Souls has instilled in me. I don't know what we're supposed to call it here in Elden Ring, but we got a refill on our flasks. Or at least some of them. How much more is there to explore here, I wonder? How much more is there to find? I feel like there's going to be quite a bit more. But maybe not. Maybe there is not too much more to do here. Golden Rune 6. Golden Rune 6. Hi. A rune arc, nice. We've been running around rune arcless. Oh, another golden centipede. This whole episode without a rune arc, and it's been okay, you know. But oh my god, holy fucking shit, that scared the bejesus out of me. You all need to die. You all need to burn. I'm not. You're not gonna burn if I have no mana, or any health. Both of those things are going to harm my cause. Some of the moves with the halberd can definitely take a while to wind up sometimes. I need to remember the whole reason that I am using this thing is because of our flaming strike. Keep using the flaming strike. Aha! There was something behind the waterfall. Cool. Smithing stone for it. That's a cheeky little hidey hole. I like it. Is that a... I think that's an NPC, actually. Okay, I don't see any enemies around. And this is somebody we can talk to. Is this somebody that I know? It's not Hyetta, is it? Whoa! Oh my goodness. It's Dee's brother. It's Dee's brother. For some reason, when I first looked at this, I thought I saw a blindfold, but there is some very clear stubble now. Oh my god! Oh my god, we have a choice to hand over the twinned armor set. Is it supposed to be Dee's brother depicted on this twinned armor set? Maybe not. Holy crap, it's Dee's brother. That was not something that I was expecting at all. What? I'm kind of in a little bit of survey mode here. What? Oh, this is a boss fight. This is a boss fight. Fascinating. Fascinating. Crucible Knight with a different move. Jesus Christ. He's using that shit. I knew it. I knew I was going to have my hands full with you, and I just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist trying to take my hand at it. I wanted to, my goodness. So he was doing the what's it called? Aspect of the horns. The horny aspect. Siofra Aqueduct. Is it better for us to try to just snipe from here? Make him path around? It might be better for us to switch to magma guillotine. That's the real thing we should probably be doing. This was a bad idea, because these guys are around and I forgot that they respawn. I forgot that they respawn, motherfucker. This guy is definitely a handful, and we cannot be fighting with all these freaking ads around here. What the hell? Oh my god. We're just gonna get a couple attempts in on this guy. I really should switch back to my my scale sword. Comfort pick time. Going back to what feels right. Going back to the... Holy shit, we found Dee's brother. Holy shit. We're gonna get some usage out of our twinned armor set. At the very least. Before we hand it back over. We need defense against holy defense. Holy defense, Batman. Holy damage negation. And I think the other thing that I am not going to give a crap about is my runes. Not give a shit about my runes. I give a little bit of a shit about my runes. I do care a little bit about my runes. Just a little. Okay. God, this thing is OP. God, this... Oh, Magma Keen. Magma Guillotine, my love. My sweet, sweet... Will you marry me? Magma Guillotine. I am going to... Where is it here? Where is it? Where is the... Dang it, isn't there like a kneeling... Is there not a kneeling emote anywhere in this batch? Here it is. Here it is. This is... Magma Guillotine, please. Here's the ring. It's cubic zirconium, but it's what a poor tarnish of no renown can afford just now. But I will make it worth your while if you stick with me forever and ever. Folks, this is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. And next time, we have a decision to make. Oh my god. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I am not, never would I in my life consider, and definitely never actually say out loud, next time, guys, we have a decision to make. I would never say that. That's not what we do here at the Akinar TV Elden Ring blind playthrough. But we are going to try to figure out whether or not we want to hand over our precious, lovely twinned armor set. It has been so good to us. Do I really want to give it up? I'm gonna have to think about it. We've got character quest lines to progress. We have a Stake America here. The Stake America is almost certainly linked to a boss fight. I don't know what this boss fight is, what it's supposed to be. It's out in the middle of an aqueduct, a massive waterfall. Can we guess, based on the scenery, what this boss is going to be? Is it going to be another Dragonkin soldier, since that's what we did with the Ancestor Spirit? We just sort of repeated that fight. Why not repeat the Dragonkin soldier, huh? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Either way, we're going to find out next time. And we're going to continue to think about the future options in terms of exploration. I guess, hold on. One quick thing I do want to check here is I forgot to check our Sacred Order pot. Interesting. We actually need golden sunflowers to craft this thing, not tarnished golden sunflowers. That's not good enough. That ain't going to cut it. You got to get your hands on some actual golden sunflowers. Don't bring the scuffed version. So we have some golden centipedes, but we also need golden sunflowers, which are apparently found near minor Erd trees. Not the minor Erd trees that we've been checking out, I don't think. But it does use ritual pots, so that's an option eventually for us to look forward to, along with figuring out, dealing with the rest of, there it is, D, Beholder of Death. Goes by the same name. Not just a twin, but twin in name as well. Twin in birth, twin in death. Twin in name. D, Beholder of Death. Wow. And of course we have gotten another preview of the Ainzel Riverwell, the dark path of the Empyrean, I guess. We've got the Dragon Barrow that awaits. We at least got, thankfully, we got our buddy Gurranq to calm back down, at least in some regard. We got this Worded Catacombs over here to take care of as well. So much to do. Oh my god, and I almost completely forgot about the Carian Study Hall. Dude, what the hell are we gonna do next time? If that ain't a cliffhanger, folks, I don't know what is. Tune in to find out. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.